don't need bigger knife. Yeah.
Greetings, everybody. We're back around the table again today for another episode. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're here again, that means you like us enough to watch more videos of us, so that means you should be hitting that like button as well. Do stuff.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
He's plugging before we even get to the end. Holy.
Well,
All right.
mixing it up some.
On that note, what are you carrying?
Today I'm playing around with the Super Freak.
Oh, yeah.
Super
It's a good
Freaky.
knife. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
I likes it.
It's kind of a wedgy angle, though, on that blade. You should thin that out. See what you can do about that.
Yeah, that's what my bailout's for.
This one here is a bit of a tribute. It's what got me into Benchmade knives in the first place. It's the Mini Skirmish. It's a beautiful knife. Being that
Opinions may vary.
It's an interesting looking knife.
Oh, yeah. I don't care.
No, I dig it. It's just
yeah.
weird enough.
So, but yeah, that's a special one for me. So, busted it out tonight.
Fair enough. I also bring in one of my few Benchmates, my few remaining Benchmates. The Torrent. This one's had some light heat anodization done to the hardware.
That's one with the weird springs, right?
Yeah,
like the liner springs.
Built into the liners. Such a smart mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also rocking a Benchmade tonight. New to me. The Benchmade grip, 20 CV. Previous owner did a little bit of a battle wash on it. And I like it a hell of a lot more than the OG version.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Looks more distinct.
Yeah.
It's okay to be wrong. I get the shoes. Anyway.
It's just talking about the handle color.
I know what he's talking about. It's fine. It's fine.
So yeah. Today we are taking a look at a new offering from Benchmade. It is one of their fancy gold class, the Mini Crooked River.
Fancy. All sorts of fancy.
Mm-hmm.
It's swirling all over.
Yes. It sure is.
Yeah, this one they did right with actual Damasteel for the blade, not just 20 CV.
Thank you.
Some really nice shredded carbon fiber for the handles with some handle material from Rafir Noble inset in there as well.
Moon pattern, I believe, or lunar pattern or something like that is what.
Yeah.
It's not luminescent, but
No.
I really like that almost like root beer color that resin has.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
then
pretty frothy right here.
brass hardware on that bad boy as well. Thumb studs, barrel spacers,
Now that is actual brass.
all brass,
Very
all the way
cool.
across the board.
Ties right back into that brass mesh in the resin.
And then the kind of the matte gray, the chromium nitride pocket clips rather than just the standard DLCs or whatever, right? So they put a little extra something all the way through this knife.
Oh my.
So coming in at an overall length of 7.89 inches, it would take about 10 million of these knives to stretch the Mississippi River.
Oh, thank you.
10 million.
10 million.
Yeah,
Do you think Benchmade would ever make 10 million of these?
it would be cool if they did.
Yeah.
That certificate doesn't mean much now.
Hey, it's still cool shit. If that lowers the price overall, I'm okay with it.
Yep.
Yes.
And then weighing in at a weight of 3.9 ounces,
Oh, there's more.
it would take about, or just over 2 Louisiana crawdaddies to equal the weight of this knife.
Oh. It's the sound of my soul leaving my body.
I wrote Paul.
Just two. Just two, though.
Oh no.
All right.
I got nothing after that.
I can't follow that up.
Oh, I wrote Paul good. You like my accent, do ya? I ended up giving this guy a 82, coming in at a B+. Yeah, it's nice. It's super pretty. Ergonomic execution and lockup both got 9s for me, and the objective, everything else was 7s. It's just high, and it's hard for me to justify.
Yeah, cost.
Yeah, just for the price point and whatnot.
Yeah.
Personal side, aesthetics, I gave it a 10 because it's like, that's just pretty.
Hard not to like.
Yeah. Low score was a 7 for the ergonomic preference because it's just too small for me.
So had
That's-
this been the larger,
Done up
Full
like
size.
this, yeah,
yeah.
and that's why I own the full size myself, is because the mini's too small
Perfect size.
for carny hands.
I gave it a 87, which is an A minus. Objectively across the board, it got all 8s except for lockup, which was a 9. The personal side of things, I love this knife. Materials as well as aesthetically, I gave them both 10s.
Mhm.
I think it's a great looking knife. Everything from the classy brass that the normal Crooked River should have had in the first place. The enthusiasm is one of the low scores in the personal side of things. I gave it an 8 because of the price point in particular, and we have dabbled on it. It's a steep price point, but it's not unheard of to see what you're getting in a Benchmade Gold class.
True.
To see this not go a lot higher than it actually is. If you look at the last 10, 15, 20 years of gold classes, materials like this have thrown up $1,200, $1,400, $1,600 without sneezing. So even $1,000, you can't harp on it too much for that. As a Canadian, I think it's 800 off of Benchmade's website, 800 USD. So
Right.
Nice.
You and I, Dennis, we actually had identical objective scoring, but I have the identical scoring to Nigel with an 82 for a B+. 8s across the board except for lockup and actuation, which was a 9. This thing is just very pleasantly well built. There's no real super nitpicky area that really got me. Something we might talk about in the next episode. I'll bring it up then, but it didn't really affect my scoring too much here. Sorry, my lowest point here would be the 7, which was for enthusiasm. So, like Dennis was touching on, the price point is just really high. It doesn't kill my excitement for this knife, but it's just a really, really high price for the size of knife and all that. But I can't fault it for what it is. It is just fantastically well built. And if were this made by a custom maker at this fit and finish, I don't know that it would be any less expensive. So
Yeah. I guess that leaves me here.
Dun 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 dun.
Oddly enough, I also gave it an 82 at a B+.
Hat trick.
Yeah,
were you not the most hatery tonight?
No.
we were all quite in there, yeah.
Yeah.
83, right?
Yep.
80. Well, we all gave 82s.
Oh, across the board.
Yeah.
Look at all
Hat
you
trick.
guys.
it's kind of funny.
On that note, so on the objective side, I gave the cost versus materials, cost versus fit and finish, and the cutting ability a 7. It does good. It is a Benchmade. They're a little bit thick behind the edge a lot of the times. Outside of that, I gave it a 9 for ergonomic execution, both personally and in general. I think if your head will fit on this knife, it's going to find a comfortable place to fit on this knife. On the personal side of things, I gave it 9s across the board, except for enthusiasm, where I knocked it down a point, specifically because it is kind of pricey. I was actually at a 9, and the guys convinced me to.
Sure, blame us.
Yeah.
Peer pressure. So there's the roundup of all our scores, and it's an enjoyable knife. We all like it.
Absolutely.
It's so pretty. It just flows.
It's one of the gold classes that is easy to see what you're getting and be like, oh, that's still tempting, compared to ones that you're like, other Crooked River variations that have recently come out that are like, I'm paying for what? Yeah, you know what you're getting on this one.
I'm gonna give a big giant thank out to the Cutting Edge for once again letting us play with wonderful, wonderful toys.
Yes.
No one's killed the thank out yet, but it is coming.
It is coming. As Dennis was just mentioning, if you do want to kill the thank outs, head on over to our Patreon so you can see what sort of goodies we have to offer, such as stickers! Yeah, they're really nice. Just got them in from the printer a couple days ago.
I'm getting stickers in the face.
Jeez, I'm gonna have to go off and babysit here, so we should probably wrap this up.
Don't you mind? Don't you mind nothing?
Thump.
Yeah. Once you're done checking out the Patreon, head on over to the Instagram.
Yeah. Follow us over there on the Instagrams. Yeah, you heard me.
Sure thing, Boomer.
Oh. And he's older than you.
No wonder you haven't gone live more than once. Yeah, anyway, Instagram. Check it out. Behind
Check
the
it
scenes
out.
footage.
Some behind the scenes food.
Lead up to the giveaways that are going to probably be on Patreon. We got some cool giveaways coming up, and they're probably going to be some Patreon exclusives. So
That stuff's pretty friggin' exciting, if I'm being honest.
part of the giveaways for
Yes.
sure. And check out, again, the Patreon rules, the tiers, everything like that we've got set up finally. So we're really looking forward to that.
Indeed,
For
indeed.
sure.
So yeah, that being that,
Did we thank out the cutting edge?
We
Yeah.
did.
We
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
We have
This
one.
being that,
We have one more thing to mention, don't we?
what's this?
Oh yeah. So yeah, just as a final note, we would like to give a thank out as well to the founder and CEO of Benchmade, who just recently passed away.
Yeah, definitely goes out to everyone in the Benchmade company,
Family.
family and friends, everyone that was personally involved with him.
Yeah.
Like I said, I broke out the mini skirmish tonight because it is a special night for everyone who broke out the
That's it.
Benchmades as a tribute too. So yeah. As far as what he's done for the community, big contributor right there. So
Indeed. So yeah, that being that, this is Nigel the Smith signing off.
I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
I'm XL.ca.
We will catch you again on Friday.
Don't fix it. Just no one touched that one.
We don't need bigger knife. Yeah.